gentlemen. Rahil just talked about a lot of the problems in Sharia law, in what's happening to 1 billion of the world population, women and children. We talk about women being abused. We don't talk about the women that Rahil just talked about, the early marriages. These are the children of age 10, 11 that are being raped, and they call it marriage. But nobody in our international community really pays any attention to those children who are legally under the name of, they call it religion, but we call it ideology, are being raped, and lives of those children are, they don't really live. I grew up in a free, equal Iran. I went to university, I got scholarship, I had a very good job after I graduated from University of Southern California, went back home. I was the managing director of the Customs Administration in 1979 when the regime changed and the Islamist rule took over the country. And overnight, my homeland became a nightmare for women and men. It doesn't make any difference. When women are unhappy, men are unhappy also, and it doesn't make which society they are living in. I witnessed my high school principal, who was at that time Secretary of Education in Iran, being killed, accused of being promoting prostitution because the girls were allowed to wear shorts at the schools. I witnessed the murder of all the progressive-minded members of the society, and all of a sudden Iran went back to the 15th century of the Islamic rule. And the women of Iran had fought for 150 years against the clergies to become free and equal again. But overnight, everything changed, and what the women had worked for was lost. When I came to the United States in 1981, I decided that I would fight as long as I live against what these people are doing to my sisters. Especially now where there is 55 million young, under 35 years age, and they want to be free. And they are, as far as I'm concerned, they're all my children. And I want to work and free my children and bring equality for my children. The problem that we have, that Rahil just explained them thoroughly, is all under one title for the international community: gender apartheid. Gender apartheid is a disease, a social disease that exists in our world and discriminates against 1 billion of the world population, but nobody pays attention to. The international community succeeded to end racial apartheid in South Africa. Maybe many of you don't remember because you were too young, but some of us remember what happened. The international community got together, the governments united, and they stopped racial apartheid. We know that the international community got together and fought against communism and dictatorship in East European countries. And when they got together, they succeeded to help those countries, the East European countries, to be democratic and free. But why is it that international community cannot get together against gender apartheid? That is a question that we, women of Islam, who are fighting for the right of women in Islamic world and our children, we are not getting an answer. Why is it that we cannot have international community get together and end gender apartheid? That would be a question that would really be important for the whole world, because we know there is an ancient 12th century Iranian philosopher who said that human race are all from one source. They are like limbs in one body. When one limb hurts, the rest of the body will be hurting also. This piece is at the top of the General Assembly at the United Nations. But why is it that 1 billion of the world population are suffering under gender apartheid? And the rest of the world, we are all suffering too. Every time we hear about the atrocities that are happening in this society, it scares us that it's growing instead of being pushed away, being ended or stopped. But they are growing and coming here as if they are following us to the Western world. And so therefore, we really appreciate the support that we have had from Congresswoman Schukowsky and the other members who have joined with her, that this international problem, disease, must be faced and must be removed from our societies, no matter where they are, because the world, we're all the same, in the same world. Anything happens on that side, we see the results on this side also. And that's all I have to say, and thank you for listening.